R3Fs. What is this? This is not good. Every time we do the planning of outing and at last moment you change your plans. I'm sorry. Please manage it for me this time. Next time definitely we'll all go together. But that next time was never coming to us, especially for me and Ramesh, as we had to stay back for the day end. Even after lots of atomization in our shop, we were doing day-end checking of all the departments and counters manually. Credit bills, saving scheme maturities, etc. were being checked at the day end. There were chances of certain human errors too. One thing we were always noticing that in banks without any owner, how do they manage critical financial transactions? And if banks were doing day closing in a systematic manner, why couldn't we? So we adopted maker-checker concept, which was already existing in our software system. Maker-checker, that is 4 eyes, is one of the central principles of authorization in the information systems of financial organizations. This means that for each transaction, there must be at least 2 individuals necessary for its completion. While one individual may create a transaction, the other individual should be involved in authorization of the same. Here, the separation of duties plays an important role. We were able to finish passing and checkings at any time during the day as per our convenience. While passing, in case of any doubts, we were able to drill down the actual transactions and comparing it with printout of document for clarification. At the same time, as a precautionary measure, we exhaustively implemented the security norms of the software, which were far beyond the normal user-wise access and menu control system. Along with that, we started working with day-end process in Acme Infinity. 8:30 p.m. was our closing time. Few customers were always remaining inside even after shutters were down. So our day-end process was beginning at 8:30 p.m. Firstly, we were closing the open date, so nobody was able to do the entry of any new transactions for that close date. Then, unpassed discounts, weight errors, bills, RNG, saving scheme maturities, etc. were being available on our screen for passing. Simultaneously, sales counter supervisors were checking their stocks and were doing the closing stock entry. Once they entered their closing stock, they were getting locked. Then, these closing stocks were available at our screen for passing. By the time cashiers were ending with their cash counting, doing closing cash entry and finally getting locked, now we were doing passing of cash. Thus, we were following step-by-step closing. Now we were getting discount vouchers generated automatically for cashier discount. According to the settings done by us, the required reports were getting printed automatically. Few reports were getting auto-generated and auto-saved. When at 8:30 p.m. we were closing the open date, there were certain authorized intermediate users for whom the next day was beginning automatically. So, those remain transactions were being entered by them for the next date. Finally, once customers were out of the shop, we were locking the branch. And once the branch was locked, no further next day entries were possible for anybody. This easy, systematic, automatic, foolproof day-end process enabled me and Ramesh to spend more time with the family as we were following our 3 Fs. Family time is first and foremost.